Bravely Default 2 sales figures. So this is from a post on NeoGAF, and this is taken from Famitsu, and they usually have like sales numbers in there.
Yes.
So this is pretty interesting. Okay, so number one in Japan was Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Olive Town. And this was the number one seller. Bravely Default 2 came in second at 93,061 copies.
Yikes. Not even, it didn't even break 100,000.
I know. And if you scroll down, someone brought up, okay, so the Bravely Default debut, 145,000. Bravely second debut, 97,000. And Bravely Default 2 debut, 93,000.
Oh, so that 93,000 is only physical. It doesn't include digital. That's why this person's assuming that plus digital probably 120,000.
Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I mean, it is worth noting that that doesn't include digital sales, and digital sales have seen a boon, especially recently after, the current environment that we're in.
Yeah, yeah. So it is, yeah, we don't know the exact counting, but it is kind of strange that it's like lower, the number's lower, because if they counted digitals on the other ones, then that means that they just sold better in Japan.
Well,
Um,
there's a story behind Story of Seasons.
mhm,
I actually don't know the exact specifics, so I apologize, but this is just me paraphrasing slash trying to recall.
mhm,
But Story of Seasons and Harvest Moon were both connected in some way, shape, or form,
mhm,
but then they separated.
mhm.
And now Story of Seasons, I think, is the
It's kind of like
precursor.
the successor to Harvest Moon.
Yeah, it's a Harvest Moon in some way, shape, or form, and that's a life sim, a la something like Animal Crossing. So
Yes.
those games are really, really popular.
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe that could have cut into the sales as well.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, that title was very anticipated in Japan because that was, I mean, it blew Bravely Default 2 out of the water.
Yes.
It was like, you know, more than double. So,
Yes.
um, but yeah, I just found that interesting.
Yeah, I
And
wonder. I wonder how the sales in the West did for Bravely Default 2 did.
yeah, you know what? It's harder to get numbers in the West.
Yes.
It is harder to get the numbers because I think like Sony and Nintendo and or no, Nintendo. In this case, it's only Switch. Nintendo, I don't know if they share those numbers uh, as like available to the Western press
Hmm.
as they do in Japan. Because some every time when I try to find Western numbers, it's always harder for me to find for some reason. And I notice a lot of gamers go off of Japanese numbers, just because I don't really see. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong place. Actually, if someone
Soundwave looks at
knows,
the UK
yeah,
numbers.
yeah, if someone knows a good place to find the Western sales numbers, please like leave a comment, and I'll be very grateful for that because I have a hard time finding them. But yeah, I just found it interesting that it didn't do so well. It didn't
Yeah,
do
that's
as well as I
unfortunate.
thought it would do.
Yeah.